This is unbelievable. I mean, I have never heard of any applicant who received an invitation with a zero score as low as 250. I mean, 250, that's totally insane. Assalamualaikum, Shubhrabhat, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Good morning everyone, my name is Id, and in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can get a nomination from the province of Nova Scotia even with a zero score as low as 250. And also, I am happy to share with you guys a good news that Nova Scotia has been sending so many invitations to so many applicants. Of course, I'm gonna show you guys right now the timeline of people who already got their nomination from the province of Nova Scotia. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys the list of applicants who received a nomination from the province of Nova Scotia. Number 5 we have on the list is Kainer Weck, who got his letter of interest on December 5th, 2019 and got his nomination letter on January 13th, 2020. Number 4 we got Saves Life, who got his letter of interest on October 29th and his nomination received on November 26th. Number 3 on the list we have Juxta RN, who got his letter of interest on October 28th and got his nomination 1.5 months later. Next is Parmbody, who got his LOI on October 28th and his nomination on November 27th. And number 1 on the list we have Estella 16, who got his LOI on October 28th and his nomination letter on November 21st. What's more interesting is that Nova Scotia has been massively sending out letter of interest to different applicants. Number 5 we have Amiti, who got his letter of interest on April 27, 2020. Followed by Princess, who got his LOI from Nova Scotia yesterday. So guys, I am recording this video on May 24, 2020. So yesterday means May 23rd, 2020. Number 3 we have Nunez, who apparently got his LOI the same day that Princess got her LOI. Number 2 on the list is from my homeland, Philippines. We have Leanne Dupeno, who got her LOI yesterday the same day that the other two guys got their LOI. And finally, my most favorite of all is Sarah, who is apparently a civil engineer who got her LOI with a zero score of 250. I mean, 250, that's unbelievable! Alright, before we move on, I would like for you guys to please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, smash that bell button, like literally smash that button as hard as you can. I'll wait for 5 seconds. Thank you so much guys, let's continue. Now, before we move on to the step-by-step process, I'm gonna show you guys the eligibility requirements so that you guys can start your application today. Alright, so to get an invitation to apply to the province of Nova Scotia, you must satisfy the following requirements. The first requirement is that you must have a legal status in your current country of residence. So what that means is that you must be a permanent resident, a citizen, or you must hold a valid work permit or a valid study permit and so on and so forth in the current country that you are in. Second, you must have the minimum required work experience. Now, depending on the category you're applying from, for instance, you are applying under the Federal Skilled Worker Program, then you must have at least 1 year of continuous work experience and also satisfy all of the requirements down here. Now, if you guys are applying under the Federal Skilled Trades Program, then you must have at least 2 years of full-time work experience in a skilled trade within 5 years before you apply. And finally, if you are applying under the Canadian Experience class, then you guys must have at least 1 year of skilled work experience in Canada. Third, you must have a valid express entry profile and you must indicate your interest to the province of Nova Scotia. Let me tell you how to do that. So on your Express Entry profile, you are going to come across this page, which is Provinces and Territories of Interest page. Now in this page, you need to select which provinces or territories you would like to consider living in. So all you have to do is just check the box next to Nova Scotia. In the same way, check the box next to all provinces and territories. Otherwise, you will not get a letter of interest from Nova Scotia. Now for those of you who don't have an Express Entry profile yet, simply go to my channel, that's ZT Canada or ZT Canada, and scroll all the way down until you find this thumbnail which says how to create an Express Entry profile. Simply go ahead and click on this to help you or guide you on how to create an Express Entry profile. Number 4, you must have the required settlement funds. So for a single applicant, the settlement fund required is 12,960 Canadian dollars. For a family of 2, perhaps a couple, it's 16K, and for a family of 3, that's 19K, and so on and so forth. The good news is job offer is not required. However, for those who have a valid job offer in Canada, you are not required to provide proof of funds. And finally, you must satisfy the draw specific requirements. Let me explain what this is. Now, on top of the requirements that I have mentioned to you guys a while ago, you also must satisfy the draw specific requirements. However, guys, you won't find out these requirements until you got your letter of interest yourself. So the last draw was on May 22nd, 2020, and the requirements were as follows. You must be under NOC code 3012, which is a registered nurses or registered psychiatric nurse. You must have 3 or more years of experience. You must have a CLB level of 8, and you must hold a bachelor's degree. Now the draw right before this draw was on April 27th, 2020, and the draw specific requirements are the following right here. Now the next draw, guys, is probably on June 2020. Now, if you satisfy all of those requirements, you are gonna get a letter of interest from Nova Scotia in your Express Entry profile. And as soon as you receive this letter, you must apply within 60 days. Now that you know the eligibility requirements, let me tell you the step-by-step process so that you guys can start your application right now. Before we move on, guys, please consider subscribing to my channel, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate all of the support. Alright, so the very first step to applying for Nova Scotia Labor Market Priority Stream is to create an Express Entry profile. Now for all of you guys who don't have an Express Entry profile yet, you can always go to my channel and you can find this video. The title is Express Entry Profile Creation. This is going to guide you on how to create your Express Entry profile step by step. Again, just a reminder, guys, don't forget to check the box next to Nova Scotia or the box next to all provinces and territories on your Express Entry profile. I keep repeating this, guys, because this is very, very important. If you don't check the boxes right here, you won't get a letter of interest from Nova Scotia. Now, step 2 is to wait until the next draw to see if you guys satisfy the draw specific requirement. Again, the draw specific requirement, guys, can be found in the official website of Nova Scotia Labor Market Priorities Stream. The last draw was on May 22nd, 2020, and here are the draw specific requirements. The draw right before this one was on April 27th, 2020, and these are the draw specific requirements. The next draw could probably be on June 2020. I am going to put the link for this website down in the description box below. Now the third step is to receive the LOI or letter of interest. Now as soon as you guys receive the letter of interest on your Express Entry profile, immediately apply to the Nova Scotia Labor Market Priority Stream within 60 days. So to apply for Nova Scotia Labor Market Priority Stream, simply go to this page where you can find the link down in the description box below, and then follow the step-by-step procedure over here, starting from creating an account, filling out the application, and so on and so forth. If you guys are ready, simply hit the apply now button. Make sure that you complete the application, and the average time to complete the application is actually 60 minutes. Now the fourth step is to accept the Nova Scotia provincial nomination within 30 days of receiving it on your Express Entry profile. Step 5 is to obtain an additional 600 CRS points and receive the invitation to apply, or ITA, in the next Express Entry draw. Step 6 is to apply for permanent residence within 60 days of receiving your invitation to apply. This page is going to tell you how to apply for Express Entry as a Nova Scotia provincial nominee. So since you guys received your invitation to apply already, go ahead and click on the sign in to your account to proceed with your application. And the final step is to prepare for your flight to Nova Scotia. And of course, don't forget guys to visit me here in Toronto for a coffee. So that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish nothing but the best on your application for Canadian permanent residence. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to write down in the comment section down below. If you guys haven't watched my previous videos about Express Entry, you can try going through these videos right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Good luck!